Damn. Feeling like I might need a deload week. So after weeks and weeks of lifting heavy, progressive overloading, and training hard, I think it is safe to say that I'm due for a deload week. If you are not familiar with what a deload is, it is a week where you intentionally reduce volume and intensity to your training. You might be asking yourself, when do I need a deload week? Well, a couple things to reflect on is if you are working with a coach, sometimes your coach will already strategically throw in a deload week for you in the program, so you just gotta wait for that. But if you're doing things on your own, here are some good indicators for you to keep an eye out for. Let's start with the physical stuff. If at the gym your performance is started to tank and all the weights that you usually hit pretty easily is starting to feel super heavy, yeah, that might be a good indication that you need a deload week. If you feel super fatigued, if it's taking you longer to recover, like your joints and your muscle, even after rest days, those are good indicators physically that you need a deload. Other indicators to take in consideration is how your mental state is. If you are lacking motivation for the gym, if you're dreading even going to the gym, if you're at the gym, you can't focus, or you're losing a lot of confidence in your lift, then yeah, let's pump the brakes, let's take a deload and regroup. Rule of thumb, they say every 4 to 8 weeks, you should take a deload week, depending on your situation, of course. You just gotta be true and honest to yourself. If you've been putting in the work in the gym and you've been hitting everything you're supposed to, but you're still not making progress, you're plateauing, maybe it is time to take a step back and do a deload week. It's not gonna hurt you, it's only gonna make you stronger in the end. When it comes to how to deload, there's a few different ways of how to do it. Just from my research and my experimenting, there's 4 main methods. Method number 1 is to reduce your intensity in your training. What I mean by that is if you are squatting 300 pounds, you cut that weight in half and do the same number of reps and sets you've been doing all along. Method number 2 is to drop your volume. So for example, you will keep your weight the same. All you're doing is you're dropping the numbers in your sets and your reps. Method number 3 is, can y'all guess it? Y'all guessed it. You combine method number 1 and 2 together. So you drop everything to intensity and volume all together. The last method, which is personally my favorite, is taking an active rest week. So for the whole week, you do not touch the weight at all. What you need to do is go on a light walk, do some yoga, do some stretch, some mobility work, and let your body freaking recover. And honestly, the reason why I like that method is because it gives me an excuse to be lazy for 1 week. I don't know about you guys, but man, as much as I love working out, I definitely need some time away from it. Now they say too much of a good thing is bad for you, if that makes sense. Now that you know the what, when, and how of a deload, here's the why you should take a deload. So I'm gonna keep it short and simple. You need a deload week to help you reset physically and mentally. At the end of the day, we can only do so much before we burn out. So with a deload, think about it like taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. We're still making progress no matter what. And that is it for this video, you guys. I by no means is an expert at anything with fitness. I just like to give you guys my twist and take on what I've been learning throughout the years. So take everything with a little grain of salt, please. But if you guys made it this far, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment down in the comment box below. Let me know if you guys are in a deload week right now too. With that said, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and fit food life. Real quick, if you're still here, here's a little 30-second clip of how my weekend went. Because your boy just turned motherfucking 30. The big 3-0. Cue the montage.
Can I follow you back to your room, watching you bloom in the light of the moon? Can I follow you back to your arms,